Storm here.
Mom here.
Kimmy here.
So sad.
Yeah, last episode was awful.
Sure
A lot
That
of
was
tears.
brutal.
Yeah.
We loved Abraham and Glenn.
Oh, gee. That was
yeah,
horrible.
their
Oh,
family.
jeez.
Yeah, they were completely shocked. They had no idea on who was going to die. And then the way the episode was shot, too, they kept prolonging and showing
my
you,
God,
like,
that's
possibilities, like memories of certain people
That's right.
that possibly could have died just to throw you off. And then
Right.
after that, once we saw who died, they would show possibilities of other people dying.
right.
So you were like,
Yeah,
wait,
so
what's
much
going on?
tension,
Did everyone
yes.
actually die by
Right,
that?
right.
So
Or was
pretty
Rick
crazy.
thinking, okay, if I don't do what this guy says, is this going to happen? You know,
That's
that's
right.
what.
Yeah, so
Megan is so sick.
it was really a mind
Sick, son of a baby.
bloop.
Oh, yeah. One of those guys. The knights in
That's right.
shining armor. Of course, right? What is it? Oh, a horse. Get away from
Oh
him.
my God. Whoa.
Oh. Oh. Watch out.
Oh boy.
Oh, she's just a little sneak.
I know. Sneaky, sneaky.
Opportunist. Oh, she's just like envisioning them as
no.
regular people. She's having a hard time.
Oh jeez.
That was gross.
Oh, God.
He's pretty good at that.
Yes, he is.
I would have been like,
Especially if you made that stuff. Let's see if USPS comes.
it's like, oh yes,
I have
job
mail.
opportunity.
Wow.
Let's hope he's good.
Morgan?
King.
He's called King Ezekiel.
Oh, it's a kingdom, so.
Pushes her in quick.
Ezekiel.
She's.
He does his own thing. See? What does that mean?
Oh my goodness.
What the hell?
Whoa.
I forgot to say that Ezekiel has a tiger.
Oh boy. Oh.
Okay.
Now. Oh boy.
Enough. The family has been through a myriad of trials.
It's so funny.
Love us. She'll light up.
I've seen it before.
Jerry, you are a faithful steward, but your words leave me pitch-kettled.
Pitch kettled.
I understand your concern.
Pitch kettled.
You haven't met Carol, nor have I. But if she is a friend of Morgan, we shall consider her a friend of the realm until proven otherwise. She's doing better.
Whew.
To you and your
What kind of
babies.
crops you got there?
It pleases me to see you up and about, Carol. I am King Ezekiel. Welcome to the kingdom.
Oh boy.
Oh, I'm gonna pounce on you.
You look good.
Yet you remain silent. Do I detect skepticism?
She might laugh.
Perhaps you think me mad. Perhaps you see this place as nothing more than a mirage. So, tell me, what do you think of the kingdom, Carol? What do you think of the king?
Oh,
Yeah, she's gonna laugh.
Yeah. Look at her.
Uh-oh, she's gonna get...
I think you're amazing. It's amazing. And you're Sheba?
It's Shiva.
Shiva. Amazing. I would be speechless if I wasn't already speaking. I don't know what the hell's going on in the most wonderful way.
I love her acting.
Yeah, right?
I encourage those who find respite here to enjoy the fruits of our grandeur for as long as they like, so long as they contribute. Drink from the well, replenish the well. Once you healed, of course.
Of course. Of course. About the well.
Well said.
Well said.
Jerry.
Oh my God.
Ah, where are my manners? Please partake. We have magnificent apples, nectarines, pomegranates, all grown right here inside the kingdom.
I should call you Your Majesty, right?
You can.
Thank you.
My ego is so big.
Oh my goodness. Look
It's a
at
pleasure.
I'm going to
Yeah,
bash your
yeah.
head.
Be well.
I can't wait to hear her comments when she
Oh,
gets
my
out of
God.
here.
Right? Oh, what's going on?
Pet the tiger.
He's so
Yeah.
believing him.
It's a damn circus. All of it. These people, this is make-believe. It's playtime. And you're just...
But he got you better.
Yeah,
He's getting
yeah.
you better. He's mending you.
I can't, Morgan. I won't. I'll wait. And when you're not there to stop me, nobody
Mm-hmm.
else is, I'll go.
You know I can't let you.
Oh boy.
You what?
She's so funny. These
Yeah,
two
she
are
is.
so
She's-
funny together.
But I won't let you die out there.
Oh,
The music.
What I want.
yeah.
It's like medieval.
Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you do.
I love how she just turned on the charm.
In the most amazing way.
The gates. Look at that. It's like Monty Python.
Oh!
Oh, goodness.
That's
Until what was once captive to the farm now runs free in the city.
oh. Yeah.
Ew.
Oh my goodness. Ooh.
Well done, Richard. It's just what we needed. Just as you and he have practiced.
Oh boy.
Is that real or plastic?
Oh my God.
Missed.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. See?
She's like, that was mine.
May we one day cease you all from this curse. You will know that we live on in your place. Full, festive, faithful, and free. Only halfway free. I imagine your comrade would be very proud of you this day. For saving Ben in a single blow. Young Benjamin will become an important member of my court. I need the boy to... I need him to live. Please. Okay.
Hey, that's very intriguing. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Very inventive.
Okay.
Even you don't know by now. And it ain't no use
King Ezekiel.
sitting and wonder why, babe. He'll never do somehow.
It was pretty.
I love it. I'm gonna steal that.
Right there. Look at it.
La 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 la.
Make me change
Yeah.
my mind and stay.
Yep.
Whoops. I know she's gonna do
That's
that.
our girl.
That's
And chocolate.
Yeah. That's Carol for you.
Over the head. And again. Swing it back and up. Well, it ain't no use in calling out my name.
It was flavor on top of flavor.
Oh,
Like a goddamn dream.
She's like sarcastic.
yes.
Yeah, right.
This cobbler? We were eating possum out there.
No, I like the lunch cobbler.
There's lunch cobbler.
We have cobbler at Uppermill.
This is paradise.
Well,
I'm just so. I can't. Oh, God.
oh, yeah.
Empty tissues.
I need to steal
She's gonna
something.
do something. She's definitely. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. See?
A little klepto.
Yes. She's gathering her stuff.
I don't mind. You just kinda wasted my precious.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, it is. Oh, is this for
I was
Negan?
worried we were early. Our arrangement is something I consider with the utmost seriousness. To fulfill our obligations on time every time. Yes, indeed you do. And you will.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I count 8. That's good. You look bigger than last time. That's good too. You were well fed. I made sure of it. Appreciate you, Lieutenant. Lucky for us, we brought 2 trucks. How about you, help us load them up?
He's like, oh.
I'll know who they are.
So they are part of the network.
Yeah.
You sure you don't have that backwards, kid? Yeah, I'm sure.
Whoa, whoa,
Oh!
whoa, whoa.
Uh-oh, now they started
boy.
stuff. Oh, no.
Yeah, come on, come on.
Lower your weapons. Richard, let him go. This is not what we do.
Talk to your guy.
Richard. I love you, shit. Gavin, tell your man to stop.
Come on, otherwise it's... That's enough.
Oh, come on.
He's been good to us. Taking up more than enough of his time.
Okay. Hey. He's gonna still do it.
Oh, yeah. Eat your vegetables.
All right, well, just be in bed by 10. 1 minute later.
But I can read.
Yes, you can read.
Read.
That's good.
Wait, you want
Is Carol there?
Yeah, I was wondering what she's doing.
Oh.
Oh,
Ah, there she
yeah.
goes
Oh
again.
my gosh.
He's like, that's what I love about you, Carol.
What's she up to now?
She's gone.
God.
She's like, freedom!
That's right. Stealing food. Oh, fair maiden. You cannot
So
leave
dramatic.
here.
Yeah.
This enclosure was built for the
She's like,
purposes of
God damn it.
recreation and study. I had it repurposed into a garden worthy of our splendor. I dare say it's my favorite place in the entire kingdom. It pleases me that you've seen it with your own eyes before.
Do you have his PJs on underneath that?
Suddenly.
Jeez, yeah. I'm real sorry about this. It's just. What good am I here?
Jerry, would you excuse us? You need me? Holler. I keep it hollering, Rich. Deuces.
Orange.
If I hadn't happened upon you, never bullshit a bullshit. I got that right. The sweet and innocent act you've been doing.
You know.
Clever. Worked on me. Blend in. Get people to trust you. Acquire what you need from them, and then you'll go. As if you were never there. They start telling stories about finding it in the wild, wrestling it into submission, turning it into his pet. They make the guy larger than life. A hero. Won't let it burst that bubble. Next thing you know, they treat me like royalty. Shiva was one of the last animals left. She was trapped. Hungry, alone. Like me. She was the last thing left in this world that I loved. She protected me. She got me here. Made me larger than life. And I made this place. I used to act in community
I was gonna ask, I was thinking that. Shakespeare Theater. Yeah.
Yeah.
embrace the contradiction. Maybe you could too in your own way. Like maybe you could go and not go. Yeah, I sound like a crazy person, I get it. You know, maybe I am. But I think I can help. If you let me.
Why do you care?
Because it makes me feel good.
Minutes and I might start to regret all the times I tried to shoot and stab you.
I think you're my favorite person I ever knocked out. Maybe only took 2 or 3. You take care of yourself.
I will.
You promise?
Always watching, always ready, remember?
Oh,
Oh,
she said back to worry about that. I'm glad she left on good terms with him.
yeah. Only one person that can be.
Yeah, okay.
Hello.
He's got a
I
pomegranate.
gotta try one of these.
They're good.
Come on in.
Aw. That's cute.
The big tiger.
I like him. He's a bit nice guy.
Oh, God. After last episode, I'll take this.
Oh, that was
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
But
Boy, oh,
they have to do what Negan says too.
That's right.
We know that
And
he has
he's
a big
hiding
army,
it.
and
No,
he's everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his men,
scary.
you know, they get a little cocky every once in a while, and you know, they think they're above, you know, the people who they're trying to get the supplies from, like that guy.
I know, that guy was so
Right,
annoying
that
how he
guy,
jumped
yes.
on the other
Yeah.
guys and started
Yeah.
fighting. Yeah, that
Oh,
wasn't
boy,
cool.
so
And
good.
yeah, like Gavin, the other bad guy, the
Yeah.
leader of the group, he seemed more like he respected Ezekiel a little bit more, where he was just like,
Yeah.
okay, that's
That's right.
enough, that's
That's
enough.
right, yeah.
Right, because he
like that.
knows
Off the other guy.
you know, he knows that Ezekiel's, you know, doing the best he can to abide, and he's not giving them any, you know, any gruff. He's just
right, yeah.
doing what he's supposed to, and then some. You know, making those pigs nice and fat.
That's right.
And they're feeding the people
Oh,
with these
gross,
pigs
yes.
that have been eating nothing but walkers.
Oh,
Oh, no.
yes.
I mean-
I don't know if that's good.
Oh, I don't know.
You are what you eat.
I know, right? Ew. It's been a while since I saw this, and
Oh
I kind
my
of remembered a little
gosh.
bit of that, but I'm like, ew, what was the purpose? I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, they're feeding the
Yeah,
pigs.
and
Oh
it,
my
it
gosh,
makes
yes.
sense
Ugh,
because I'm
vegan.
like,
Ugh.
oh, I hope they're not feeding their community, you know, the people
Yeah,
in their
yes.
community.
I know, because it like
Right,
saves on trying to get
That's
feed
right,
or
like
something
that.
for them. There's
Yeah,
so many
right.
dead around.
I mean,
yeah, so
I know
that's a
you
good
all,
thing,
we
I
all
guess.
have the virus. They all have the virus in them when they die. You know, they
right.
turn, but still, oh
Now
my
the pigs are
god.
eating them, so.
I know, right? Can you imagine just sending a bunch of pigs if you had them to go eat the dead? But they have to do it in a certain way because the dead can also reach down and eat the pig too. So they have to tie them up and make
Yes.
it very
Yes.
organized. So that
Right.
way it's
Sure,
very
yeah.
controlled.
Which is very smart,
Yes,
very
yes,
smart
for
on
sure, yeah.
Ezekiel's part.
Oh, boy.
So what do you guys think of the kingdom?
I thought what Carol thought. I was
That was
like, "Are
fun,
you
yeah.
kidding me?"
Yeah,
And I knew he
what
was
the
in
heck?
community theater. I
Yeah,
mean, you could just
yeah.
tell he was just loving the part. Like, I can finally be my own
That's
king. You know.
But his name is Ezekiel. That's
Yes,
for sure.
that's
So, yeah.
that's the one truth. Yes.
Yeah. So did you like the kingdom too, Mom? You were laughing.
Yeah, I liked him.
Yeah.
I
and you
like-
like the kingdom?
Yeah, I just
The
think
kingdom
Carol
was beautiful. I mean, they are thriving, but they have to. They have
Right,
to
definitely.
be organized and thrive. They have a lot of people. Seems like very good people.
It seems like
Yes,
they're doing well for
yeah,
themselves. I mean,
yes.
like they have everything very organized. They have gardening everywhere. They have
School.
someone organizing
Okay,
clothes.
yes.
They have a whole school.
Everyone's happy.
A hospital type area, you
Mhm.
know, and Carol got the right care that she needed.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
Definitely.
you know,
As
so
long as
that's
they
pretty
produce,
impressive.
As long as they produce, I guess it's going to be.
Well, that's the scary
Yeah,
thing,
be
and that's the thing
careful.
with protection, right? Like,
Right.
you know, you hear about that, and it's a terrible thing, and here, like, they're being terrorized and saying that, like, okay, well, you know, you just give us half of your stuff, and then we'll leave you alone.
yeah.
And yet, even though they're thriving and doing well, you know, now they have to, you know, give stuff to Negan's group anyways. And Ezekiel's not telling his followers.
You know,
because-
he's
not.
going
He's not.
on the approach like Alexandria, kind of even worse, because he's just going on the approach of, you know, ignorance is bliss. If they don't know, it won't harm them, you know. And I'm just
right,
gonna
yeah.
let our people just
It's gonna be
not know
welcome.
anything about it. And they're not, you know, they're not defending themselves. You know, Carol's seen this
definitely,
before.
same
That's
thing.
why she's like, I don't want any part of this. It's a circus
For sure.
with this tiger in it.
Yeah.
yes,
I like
oh
how
gosh,
Ezekiel explained himself later on.
Yes,
and
I'm
who he
glad
was.
he
I'm so
was,
glad
you know,
he-
very
yeah.
truthful
Yeah.
to Carol.
That he's not just a
Yeah.
crazy person. He even
Yeah.
said, like, I'm not
Yeah.
like, you might think of me as a madman, but yes, and it's good to actually hear his
That's
side.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Because just like calling himself out, calling himself a madman doesn't make him less of one, you know? So
Yeah,
him
right.
explaining his story
Oh, yes.
made a lot more sense. And as much as I love this episode, I get it is ridiculous on someone
right,
being
right.
like
That's
that.
right.
and
Even
having
Even just
freaking
calling it a
tiger
kingdom,
and-
yeah.
That's right.
yeah, calling it the
Right.
kingdom, making it very medieval like, and I love the background music too.
Yes,
but I love
when
that
he's
kind
on
of
the
stuff.
stage.
Yeah, it was just too ridiculous for an
God.
apocalypse,
Are you
but
serious?
it's fun to see something very different. You know, how
Yes.
people are surviving and how people cope with it and figure out a way, a different means of surviving. And here he
Yeah,
found
yes.
this niche and it works for him, and he's really good at it. So. And he has a freaking tiger, and that's a fun plus of this season, right? Like, let's upgrade this even more. We have Negan, and now we have a freaking tiger.
It looks like Morgan's going to stay with him, too. for now anyway.
Yeah.
you know, so,
Yeah.
God.
He's thinking it's a good place for
Yeah.
him, and he's just intrigued, I'm sure.
Yes.
So what do you
boy.
think about Morgan in this episode? Like Morgan and Carol, and how he was taking care of her, and him also taking care of Ben, or helping Ben learn his way of fighting.
I think it was all good. I think they come to their own conclusion with each other, and they're
What,
just
Morgan
accepting.
and Carol?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just more or less accepting with each other how they
They're
feel and how
respectful,
they're
yeah.
respectful.
Yeah, it seems like they care
Yeah.
and they understand where each other's coming from now.
Definitely.
Yeah, when he
Yes,
brought
I
the
do.
tray into her bedroom and she wasn't there,
That's right.
he's like,
My
I could
God,
just
yes.
feel him saying,
That's
"Oh,
right.
I just love this woman." That
Yeah,
it's totally her doing
You
this.
knew when she took the clothes and the knife and things like that, she wasn't going to stay.
No, but he didn't know
Yeah,
that she
no,
did
I
all
know
that.
that.
But
No,
when he
I
walked
know
in there,
that.
he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, there she
It's
is."
like,
It's just
yeah,
like,
there
oh,
she is.
Carol.
That's Carol.
You know, Carol, I really thought was funny in this episode. It was a joy to watch her because, like, we've seen how she was in Alexandria in the beginning.
Yeah,
And
and
she
this-
was more, like, stealthy, and
Yeah.
it was more convincing. And here, it's almost like she kind of lost it, too, where
Oh yeah,
she
she's like,
went back to
you've
her...
Gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, back to her naive, like, I don't know how to take care of myself mode, but over the top because she
Yeah.
was so amused and thought this place was nuts that
that's
she
right.
was
Oh, yeah.
super sarcastic about
That's
it.
right.
And
So that was funny.
it's true. You can't
That's like-
bullshit a bullshitter. So Ezekiel saw right through that. He's
That's
like,
right.
yeah, she knows this isn't.
That's right.
This isn't.
Yeah.
the
It
real
looked like
thing.
she was laughing, crying, and then she had
Oh,
to just...
Yeah, like she was so amused
She
and
kept
like,
saying
whatever.
amazing.
So
And then
I
about the
did enjoy her
cobbler to
reaction
that other
to it.
guy.
That's right, my
Oh,
gosh.
cobbler, lunch cobbler. Oh.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was great. Like she was
That's Carol.
losing it the whole time.
Oh, God.
So yeah, I really enjoyed Morgan and
Yes.
Carol's relationship in this one, and them being like having such different ideals on how to survive. But Morgan really sees it now, where he can't use his staff for everything because he
Right,
understands completely now that sometimes, unfortunately, you have to kill to live. But he still chooses the staff where he can. But he understands there is a division there where you can't just full on support the staff.
Oh, yeah.
But it's great that he is teaching Ben that, and the way that Ezekiel, like, I think he is very wise, just from this episode where he's like, you know, the staff saved you though, the art saved you.
But in a different way, not physically, but yes, mentally.
Mentally. And I think it could help Ben too, because, you know, not that everyone's meant to be violent, but, you know, he seems like he's probably, you know, Ezekiel said that he's not good with a gun or certain weapons. So maybe something that's like, I guess, less violent, although you can still hit people. Not to go back to last episode, but
Right.
but, you know, you can do some pretty bad things with a stick.
That's right, yeah.
But, you know, I think that's good for him to educate and learn how to fight, because it's just a different art form. So he could possibly down the road, you know, sharpen his staff or something and use those skills to actually kill as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
I
Start
think
from there.
that'll be-
That'll be his foundation, and then move
Yeah,
up
got
from
it.
there.
Yeah, and who knows, he might even get, you know, have better skills than other people, because with Morgan's fighting style, he's very quick and
really
a lot of
is.
different moves and very calm when he does them. So in that kind of, you know, in a situation going against people or walkers, like
sure.
that might come in handy. I mean, Morgan survived this long doing that, so.
I would like to
okay.
see Morgan leave at some point, and he doesn't know about what happened to our people right
yeah,
now. So
doesn't,
if he
yeah.
does go back to
Neither does Carol.
Alexandria, yeah,
That's really hard.
I think, you know, he did, you know, do his little path so he can get back, his little breadcrumbs going back. But if he does meet up with our people now, you know, our people have to do what Negan says, give them supplies, so maybe they can, you know, work together try to work against him. But still, that's not a lot of people.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
know, they'd have to get
Yes,
this whole
yes.
network together.
That's a
If
big
everyone,
And you have to
like,
have
rises up against
strong
them.
leaders to go
Definitely.
against him,
My
because
gosh.
if not, you're all going to be wiped out.
Yeah, it's very true. And Carol, like with Ezekiel saying, you can leave or you can go but not go.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, did that make sense at the end? It was kind of confusing, but then
You can go, but you can go on your own, but not really, because I'm always going to try to help you. I don't know.
Like that,
so
yeah.
Carol, she's always leaving and go where? Like, she doesn't really
Yeah.
have a
Yeah,
goal.
and
She
you're
just
not
wants
gonna
to
go
leave her
anywhere.
loved ones because
Yeah.
everyone that she cares about is in danger all the time, and she doesn't want to kill anymore.
Right, right.
To help them. I mean, she wants to always help them, but she just can't kill anymore. She's at the point of
yeah.
no return. Like, she
Mm-hmm.
just doesn't want to kill anymore. So being around loved ones, she always will have to do that. So she left, but she didn't just go nowhere. She actually went to this house that
house,
she's
yeah.
possibly going to be living at. So
Mm-hmm.
she left, and I don't know how far away she is from the kingdom, but people know where she is, so they can go visit her. So it's like she left, but she's not gone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's like the whole idea.
Okay,
And I
yes.
think that's kind of fun to see her there. I wish, and I know she's very strong and can take care of herself, but she never even looked inside
No,
that
she
house. It
didn't.
looked
She
okay
didn't
on the
trust her.
outside, and we knew there was a dead person in there, but I'm like, you never
but
know if the place burnt up on the inside. I know you probably would see it on the outside, but like, you don't even know if it's livable. So it's
That's
like you go
right.
in and it's a big hole or something, or just completely trashed in the
Took her
inside where you can't
chances.
live there. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
I moved here, put it in the mailbox. Like, I'm next door now.
And you don't know how many more are in there.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
again,
you
she
know,
can handle her own, but
Yeah,
still,
she
like, I
can
would,
handle it. And
Yeah.
she's probably thinking, well,
Help
if
me.
one is at the window, maybe another one would be at the window because it's making
yeah.
we're
noise.
locked in a room or
Yeah.
something, because that's
Yeah.
usually like you
Yeah.
never know. But it would be nice if Morgan helped her there. But I know Carol, like, she's making a statement that she's a survivor and she's independent and can do things on her own, kind of thing. So I like Morgan and Carol in this episode, and I like how they departed on good terms. That was
Yeah.
good. They really
Yeah.
do care
Yeah.
for each other. They respect each other, which was awesome
That's
to
good.
see.
That's the bottom line. They
yeah,
respect each
okay,
other's
yeah.
wishes and what they want to do
Yeah.
in their lives.
And going to Ezekiel, I really like how he talked to Carol
Me too.
and
It's
opened
really
up to
good.
her. I mean, that's saying a lot about someone too, because I'm like, you don't even know Carol, but he just like automatically trusts her.
Yeah,
and it's
'cause
because they have
he
a lot in
knew.
common.
Yeah.
You know, so for him to just lay it all out, all the, like everything that he is to her, like that's a lot. And for him, like, I don't know if you noticed, but I heard that his normal accent, his normal voice came
Yeah,
out.
it sure
And
did.
it wasn't
Yes.
the
It-
king voice.
right.
Okay, yes,
right.
wasn't, no.
So that was
He wasn't
kinda cool.
acting.
Right.
He was being himself.
That's
He was
right,
being just
definitely.
Ezekiel. Mm-hmm. The zookeeper.
So what do you think about Shiva?
You know,
pet the cat?
I think it's
Oh, he
wonderful.
does.
He
Yeah.
loves the tiger,
Yes, he
but
does.
like he said, is it really practical in this world? That you hate to think like that because he's feeding an animal that he can actually feed 10 people.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
But I mean, if that is part of the whole game that he has to portray, being a king
Yeah,
for the
right,
time
yeah,
being,
yeah.
I mean, so be it. And she loves him. She's she hasn't hurt anyone yet.
Is
You
Shiva?
never can tell.
Yeah.
It's a wild animal. You don't know what.
And that's the thing,
Well,
because-
that's just it. You can't.
that's-
They're very
you know.
unpredictable.
Yeah, and I love those videos you see of like zookeepers, people who like bring up a cub
They trust
to an
them so
adult,
much.
and they have a very unique bond, but it's still a wild animal,
sure
and
is.
I get that they can have bonds and maybe even love. I always think, because like cats and dogs, I truly believe they can love back, but I know they can have a strong connection, emotional connection, but when you
there's
have an
instinct.
animal that's a certain size, even like a cat, like a domestic cat, can really hurt you if it wanted, like a
Sure.
feral cat can. But when you think about it, like, you have this animal that's a lot bigger than you, and it could, like, instincts could just kick in.
And,
It's
and
just
he
something
knows
bigger.
that. I
Trigger
mean, being a
off.
zookeeper, he
Yes.
knows that. He goes,
Could've ripped
this
off,
chain
killed
is
me.
nothing. He can, he knows, but he feels there's a trust.
Yeah.
And but
And-
like even his
Beware,
his sidekick there, this
That's
I know, he's so funny. He's like
He's
dweeby
funny.
in a way. He's like,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
almost like a convention, like in
That's right.
like an
Yeah,
animation
yeah.
or anime convention, and,
I
which I
will
love. I used to go to
portray
this all the time. by the
another
way. Deuces.
Yeah.
Now,
a friend that was
Oh
in
my
his
gosh,
community
yeah.
theater.
yeah, I love the idea of having a tiger. They could have a real tiger there. I think it's computer generated, but they did a pretty good job with it. And I love the idea of a tiger being there. But again, it is the apocalypse. I love the idea of Ezekiel having a tiger, but you have to feed this thing. It eats, like he said, 10 times more than a human eats.
Yeah,
so
sure,
you have
yes.
to, provide for your people, and now you have to provide for Negan and then feed this tiger. If it's not fed, I know when he told the story and he went to go save the tiger when the apocalypse started, and Shiva was hungry and stuff, but didn't hurt him or possibly didn't eat anyone around him, that is a trusting bond, I guess. But if the tiger goes hungry again, who knows? Like,
That's
if it sees
right.
a certain someone, it might be like, hey, okay, you look good enough for me.
That's right.
Well,
You
that's
never
just
know.
it,
That's
you know, and so things
That's
must
right.
be very good. That's a good sign that things are, flourishing there at the
That's right,
kingdom
yeah.
because you are feeding an animal that you could be feeding 10 people. So things must be pretty good if they're still providing for Negan,
That's right, yeah.
they're providing for their people and, his beloved
yeah.
tiger. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Maybe Shiva could
Right.
do tricks. Maybe he's trying to
I'm
do
hoping he's
tricks.
not feeding the dead to her.
I hope not.
Oh,
I don't
gross.
like
I know.
that.
You never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
I never really
no.
thought of that. But yeah,
I
you never
mean,
know.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Aw.
mean, no one's going to
Eat the tiger.
dine on the
so-
tiger, so.
And they do have a lot of pigs, and they'll keep having more pigs probably. So
Well,
yeah.
I hope so because
Hope
they
so,
gave
yeah.
8
Yeah. So I
in
don't
1
know how
week.
many.
So do they have to provide 8 every week?
Yeah.
Well, they said next week is produce, so I guess
Oh,
they rotate
so they
certain
alternate.
things.
Okay, I was
I'm
gonna
guessing,
say, Mike,
um,
that's true. That's
multiply
true.
them.
Produce.
But still,
so
it's
Yes.
it's still a lot.
even 8 a
Yeah,
month.
anything
That's a
like-
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
still a lot.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
I like the idea of the kingdom, and I definitely want to know more.
Yeah, that
That's
was
right, yes.
fun.
Yeah, but
gosh,
being with
yeah.
Negan,
I loved going down the stage, and she's just like, you didn't even have to look at her because she's being wheeled down. You could
Oh
just,
my God,
you could
yeah,
just tell what
yeah.
she's thinking. Like,
Yes.
are you kidding me?
and then Morgan too, like how he
Oh
was
my
very.
He's like, I'm not telling her.
He was
She can
hesitant
just see it
going
for
over there,
herself.
and he was embarrassed. So they tried to rush her through it, and it was just
Oh my
like
God.
really funny and awkward.
Yeah.
Oh,
boy.
Otakon.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But good episode. Let us know what you
Yes,
thought of
my
this
gosh,
episode.
that's right.
Mom wants a Shiva now. To get you one.
That's right.
I'm going to protect the tiger.
No, I'll get
Befriend a
all
tiger.
no. I like to look at them. far
I know,
away.
through bars.
Thank you.
No, we don't like them through bars on the TV.
Yeah, that's
We
right.
want them free.
That's TV, that's right.
So thank you guys so much for watching.
Yes, thank
Please
you.
subscribe.
Gosh.
And we'll see you very soon as always. Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Drink from the well, replenish the well.
That's right.